All right. So welcome to part three of our day one. So we have talked about how the web works. We have talked about the JavaScript roadmap you have to follow. So now let's get into business. Setting up JavaScript and writing your first code. So how do you set up your JavaScript? So what do you need to start your JavaScript journey? The good news is that JavaScript is already on the browser. Okay, with your browser alone, you can start coding in JavaScript with your browser alone, but it's not going to be enough anyways. So for beginners, all right, you can actually start with your browser, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, you don't need an expensive software. The good news is that every software that you're going to use here is going to be free of charge. All right, all you need is your consistency and taking your classes. Everything here is going to be free of charge. The minimum requirement is that you need a laptop. You need a laptop, okay? If you want to start with your phone, fine, but take it seriously, you need a laptop. You need a web browser. Chrome is recommended, but you can have any of the other web browsers, okay? You need a text editor, the Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to show you how to do all this and get all these things ready, okay? So how you need to install the required tools. You need to install a browser. So it's very simple to install a browser. Okay, you can just go to your you already most of you already have browsers. Okay, so you can Chrome is actually recommended for this class. So go and install Chrome. So if you don't have one already, get Google Chrome. That's the recommended one for this class. But you can use Firefox. You can use Microsoft Edge. Okay, browsers run JavaScript automatically. Okay, browsers run JavaScript automatically. So Chrome is the recommended browser for this class. So installing Visual Studio Code. Now, I have a video. Okay, I have a video where I show how to install a Visual Studio Code on Windows and getting it ready for your full stack web development. Okay, so if you want that video, the link will be in the description of this video. And also, I want you to type install Visual Studio Code in the comment section. Okay, so that I can actually make this video ready for you. Okay, if you don't have Visual Studio Code installed already and you have not prepared it for your full stack web development journey, I want you to type in the comment section install Visual Studio Code so that I can make the video for you. So VS Code is where you will write your code. So let me show you what VS Code looks like. Okay. VS Code is where you will write your code. So let me show you what VS Code looks like. Okay, so let's assume now any of my projects here. Do I have JavaScript? I have JavaScript. So this project, I can open it in Visual Studio Code. Okay, let me show you what Visual Studio Code looks like. So this is what Visual Studio Code looks like, and you can see me writing JavaScript code here. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is what JavaScript code looks like. Okay, like don't bother. This is what you're going to be learning. Okay, all right. So I'm going to close it. All right. So why do we use Visual Studio Code? It is free of charge. All right. Visual Studio Code is free of charge. It is beginner friendly. Okay. And then it is used by professionals. In as much as it is free of charge and beginners friendly, it's also used by professionals. There is a way you can actually add some certain things to it. It will be amazing. Visual Studio Code helps you write clean and organized code. So, like I said, if you don't have Visual Studio Code already, I want you to type in the comment section, install Visual Studio Code. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe and turn on notification. This 30 days is going to be amazing for you. All right, so you can also install Node.js. It is optional for now. All right, well, it is optional for now. All right, but once we get into the Node.js part of this series, you will have to install it. So if you also want me to make a video on how to install Node.js, I want you to also type install Node.js in the comment section, and I'll make a video for that. So Node.js allow JavaScript to run outside of the browser. Normally, JavaScript was meant to run on browsers, but when people now started thinking of using JavaScript on the server side, they now created Node.js. So Node.js is used to run JavaScript on the server side outside of the browser. So why do you need to install Node.js? Run Node.js, with Node.js, you can run JavaScript from your terminal. So let me go back to this JavaScript folder. If I open it now, I can open it I can run it in my terminal. Okay, I can run Node.js here in my terminal. Okay, so let me look for any file that I have in that folder. Let me see the files I have in this folder that I can run. So I have function.js, so I can go back in this terminal. If I have Node.js, I can just say node function. So I'm going to run this function.js file, and okay, it's run and it's set undefined. So it actually run the JavaScript code. Okay, so now with Node.js, you can run JavaScript from the terminal. Even with Node.js, you can also do certain stuff on the terminal here. I can say node. It says I can use the repo. I can say 3 plus 8. Hit enter. It will give me 11. I can say 3 times 9. It will give me this. Do you understand? I can say console.log hello world. All right. And it will print it for me. It will print it for me, okay? So this is why you need to install Node.js, okay? If you want me to make a video on how to install Node.js, just type it in the comment section and I will make a video for that. It is needed for the back end and frameworks that we are going to use later. All right, Node.js is needed for the backend and the framework that we are going to be using later. So for beginners, Node.js is optional on day one. So today, Node.js is optional, but when we get to the days where we start talking about backend, then you have to install Node.js. Okay. All right. So your first way to run JavaScript is actually running JavaScript on the browser console. So how do you do this? Browser before files, let's test JavaScript instantly. So let's run JavaScript on the browser. This is beginner's level. So I want you to open your browser, open any of the browser that you're using, any of the browsers that you're using, open it. Mine is open now. So right click on your browser and click on inspect. Click on inspect. It will open this site for you. All right. I want you to look at what I'm doing. Click on this console tab. Click on this console tab. You can see now we are on the console tab. If I say 3 plus 8 and hit enter, it will give me 12. If I say 4 times 8, it will give me, I hit enter to give me 32. Do you understand? I can say console.log. All right. Hello world. So I am running JavaScript right now. I'm actually typing JavaScript code on the console, and I am using the console to run my JavaScript. I told you that JavaScript is already inbuilt in your browsers. So this is the easiest way to start your JavaScript journey as a beginner. Okay, so don't bother about all this code I have written here. From day two, we'll start explaining all these things, variables, data types, and stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on notifications so that when the videos drop, you can actually see them. Okay, so now step by step, open your Chrome. All right, that's what I just did. Right click on your Chrome and click on inspect. Then click on the console tab. Once you click on inspect, you will see something that will open on the right hand side. Click on console. All right, the console panel will open. Then you can now start typing. Type console.log hello JavaScript. Now, don't bother. When you type this thing, in case you don't get it right, don't bother. I'm not going to start talking about it in this class. From next class, from day two, we'll start talking about how to write JavaScript very well, the syntax, the semantics, and every other thing. Okay? So, but just try and type this thing exactly on the console. Or you can do 3 plus 9, 9 times 10, something like that. Okay? So once you do that, hit enter, just like you saw me do it. Okay? So this is your first day in JavaScript and you have just run your first code. So congratulations. As a beginner, congratulations. If you already know JavaScript, well, congratulations too. Okay. So this proves that your browser is JavaScript ready. Okay. If you actually got this thing right, if you did this thing correctly, I want you to type in the comment section, congratulations to me. If you run your JavaScript correctly, I want you to type in the comment section, say congratulations to me. And already, if you're liking this video, please, if you like this video, please like it, share. The more engagement we have in this, the more YouTube will take it to other people so that they can actually see this thing. Anybody who follows this 30 days program and subscribe to my channel can become a full stack developer in 3 to 6 months. I have the trainings for free of charge for you. So help other people to actually let it reach to other people. Share with your friends, comment, like, just engage, okay, with this video, okay? All right. So now let us create our first JavaScript project. All right. Now we have done it on the browser, but let's get more professional, okay? Now let's do it the proper way. First of all, you have to create a folder, a project folder. So I would advise you, okay, I would advise you to go to your desktop. You can see my own is somehow messy here. There's a lot of projects here. But what am I going to do? I'm going to create a folder. I will right click on my desktop. I will click on new, and then I'll click on folder. This folder, I'm going to call it free 30, 30 days full stack. Okay, that is my folder. I'm going to call it free 30 days full stack. So then open it, open it. All right. I have opened it in this folder. So I'm going to now say project one or day one. Okay, so I'm going to call this project. I'm going to, inside of this folder, and I'm going to create another folder. So create another folder inside of it. I'll click on folder. Um, I'll call it day one. All right, I'll call it day one, but you can call it anything. All right. The tutorial said we should create a folder and name it my first JS. Now, for me, for it to be more, listen, I have the first folder I created was 30 days full stack. Then inside of it, I now created day one so that every of my code in day one will be in here. So you can also call it anything you want to call it, but just remember the name, okay? So this folder will hold your file. So I have created my own and I called it the one inside of the 30 days free coding full stack. So create HTML file inside of it. So inside of the day one folder, if you're following my own, inside of the day one folder, create an HTML file called index.html. So I'll go to my folder. So you see this day one, open it. Make sure that you're inside of the folder. So if you already have Visual Studio Code installed, I'm going to right click on this, and then I will click on show more option, and I'll click on open with code. All right. If you have difficulty accessing this, please drop in the comment section so that I can help you out. So now I have my day one here. So I can actually click on this plus sign, okay, and call it index.html. All right, index.html. Okay, so now make sure if you find it difficult doing this with Visual Studio Code, okay, let me know. Okay, so let me know in the comment section. So now I'm going to create. They say we should create, call it index.html. Then add this code. Now this is the code you're going to add. All right, this is the code you're going to add. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to stop this. I will stop this. Then I'll come in here and then I will just copy it. So I will copy it and I'll go back to my index.html. So what you will do is this, you can pause this video and just write exactly what we have here. Make sure write exactly what we have here. This is HTML, this is not JS. So make sure you write exactly what we have here. Write it correctly. And if you have written it correctly, I want you to type in the comment section, HTML done. All right. So now let me continue with my slide. So now we have created our HTML file. So in our HTML file, we have this script app.js. Okay. So this is a way of adding your JavaScript into your HTML file. Okay. So, but this is HTML. We are not teaching HTML right now. Okay. So I believe if you have understanding of HTML, you should understand what we are doing here. So now the HTML will load the JavaScript file. So the next thing you have to do now is to create another file called app.js. So I will go in there. Okay, let me close this. I'm no longer using it. So I will go into this file and I will create another, I will save this one, then I'll create another file. I'll call it app.js. So now look at what I have here. This app.js, I am actually importing it here so that our HTML can load it. So you can see that make sure whatever name you give this JavaScript file, moreover, JavaScript files end with .js extensions, .js extension. The HTML ends with .html extension. Okay, CSS ends with .css extension. All right. So make sure that this your source attribute has app.js exactly. But if you don't want, if you're giving it another name, make sure that the name here and the name here matches. Okay. So now the next step says, I want to take you step by step. This is where your JavaScript lives. This is where we are going to write our JavaScript code. So inside of the Java app.js, I want you to write console.hello world. So let's go back. So inside of the app.js, open it. I will write console.log. All right. Just make sure you type exactly what I'm typing. Um, hello world. All right. Hello world. Okay. So I can, let me expand this. And I can even increase the font. So this is what I have here. So in the app.js, make sure you write exactly what I have here. In the index.js, make sure you have exactly what I have. You can pause the video and just type the code, okay? So, and in your index.js, make sure that you have this create and it is pointing to this app.js. So if I go on now and run this, click on go live, don't worry, in the Visual Studio Code video I'm going to make, I'm going to show you how you can actually get the go live server and everything. Short, the video I'm going to make is going to help you understand how you can get started with your Visual Studio Code, with your full stack web development journey. Okay, so if I click on go live, it will open it here. But the thing is that you are not going to see the JavaScript code. Once you have opened your HTML file, right click and click on inspect. Once you click on inspect, go to your console. You can see the hello world here. All right. Whatever thing you wrote in that your JavaScript file, the console.log will come to the console and log it here. So it will print that whatever you wrote in your app.js, okay, it will be printed in the console or in the console tab. But this is the HTML. This the one is what you are saying in the HTML. So, but if you want to see what the console.log, you have to open your right click on inspect, come to the console, and you see your hello world here. Okay. All right. So let's go back to. All right. So now, open your index.html file in your browser, however you open it, but I have shown you how to open it using your live server. And the video I'm going to make would also indicate that. So, but if you have successfully run your HTML file on the browser, I want you to type in the comment section, say HTML done in the browser. Okay, so once you open it, right click and click on inspect, click on console tab, then you will see hello world, just like what I have shown you now. Okay, please, if you have any difficulty doing any of these things, please drop it in the comment section. Come to the WhatsApp group. All right, let us talk, tell us about it. Okay, so congratulations, you have just run your first JavaScript. Okay, so you just run your first real JavaScript project. You have created a folder, you have created a HTML, you created your JavaScript file, you added it to your HTML, and now you have run it. So congratulations, okay? So I want you to type congratulations in the comment section if you have successfully done it. But if you have not, please indicate, let us help you out, okay? So we will talk more about the console.log in the next class, in the day 2, but console.log is actually used to print something, to display output, okay? Most times we use this console.log when we are debugging, when we are trying to find out the errors in our code, the mistakes that we made. So we use it for debugging. So we use to debug code, we use to understand what your program is doing. So if you really want to understand what your program is doing, you will learn more about the console.log, okay? So developers use this every single day, all right? So how can we can also show output to the user using the alert method. So now, instead of the console.log, let us go and write alert. Okay, don't worry, you understand. Just do whatever I'm doing right now. In the day 2, you're going to understand more of this. So go back to your app.js file. Instead of console.log, I want you to remove it and say alert. All right, type in anything. I can say welcome. to JavaScript. Okay, so now the thing is this, all right, this alert, once I save this alert, this JavaScript file, once I save it, if I go to my browser, you're going to see a pop-up. Immediately, you're going to see a pop-up. Look at it. That is what alert does. Alert gives a pop-up, welcome to JavaScript. Okay, so this is what the alert does. The alert does not print to the console. It is only console.log that prints to the console. The alert does not print to the console. The alert will give you a pop-up. If I refresh now, you'll see to give me a pop-up. Okay, so when you refresh the page, a pop-up appears. Alert is used to communicate with users, but it is really used in real applications. Just for beginners, you can actually use it, but as you grow on, there are more sophisticated pop-ups that we can use, okay? So we can combine the code together. Your app now looks like console.log. You can actually still write the console.log hello world and also the alert. You can have the two of them. But when you have the two of them, console.log will be logged in the console tab, while the alert will be popped up when you refresh your browser. Okay, but make sure you refresh your browser if you're not seeing that alert. All right, so let's write more JavaScript code. So this is just type in whatever you're seeing on the screen now. Just type it in, but you can just change your name to your name. So this is called variable. All right, so but we'll talk about it in the next class. So, but I don't want to bug you too much, but try this thing out. If you don't get it, no problem. I will discuss it in day 2. So tune in to for day 2. Turn on notifications, subscribe. I will talk about this thing. All you have to do is this place will have your name. Replace it with your own name. Console.log hello, then plus name. Just have exactly what we have. If you don't get it right, no problem. Just get ready for day 2. Okay. All right. This introduces variables. So in day 2, we'll talk about variables. Okay. Now, common mistakes beginners make: forgetting quotation marks when you're writing strings. Don't worry, we'll teach you all these things when we talk about strings. All right. Just missing semicolon it can be a mistake, it cannot be a mistake, but it's optional. But it is good for. Don't worry, in day 2, we'll start teaching you JavaScript and syntax and semantics. Okay, you're going to understand the rules for writing JavaScript. Okay, another mistake you can make is not linking your file correctly. So look at this. If I go on now, if I go on to my HTML, index.html, and I instead of app, I did apps.js, there will be a problem. It will not run. This code will not run. If I save it now, go to my browser and refresh, nothing will happen because there is an error. So if I go to my net, it says, look at what it's telling me here. It says apps.js not found. In my console, it's telling me apps.js not found. So it didn't find the file. All right. So that's one of the mistakes you can make. So make sure that you have the name correctly. When you have alert, always refresh your browser. But if you have the go live, you don't have to. The go live server would refresh your browser for you automatically. So errors are part of learning. As a beginner, don't panic when you meet errors. I am here for you. Okay, I am here for you. If you have any errors, please drop it in the comment section. Come to the WhatsApp group. Let's talk about it. Okay, there is a community that will help you in this journey. Come to the community. Let's talk about it. Okay. Errors are normal thing. Even as I will be teaching you here, I'll be making some errors too. All right. So errors is normal thing when it comes to learning. Okay, learning programming. All right. So now this is how JavaScript connects to HTML. That line we have, this script is the line that will connect your JavaScript to your HTML. All right. So this will load and run the JavaScript after the page loads. So without this line of code in your HTML, your JavaScript will not run in the browser. Okay, so the browser loads the HTML. All right, then after loading the HTML, the browser will go and find the JavaScript file that you embedded inside of your HTML. The browser will execute the JavaScript line by line. Then it will output. The output will appear. All right. So thank you very much. I am going to see you in day 2. This concludes our day 1. So if you have not subscribed, turn on notification, share with your friend, join the WhatsApp class. The link is in the description. Okay. Join the WhatsApp class and I will see you in day 2. Don't skip. Remain consistent.